he really hopes that Blake doesn't drop the lawsuit. I don't think she will, though. Because then she's kind of like admitting like she's fucking wrong. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Don't Let It Stu. I have Amir Yass in the house with me. Hi, Amir.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Lots of good shows, lots to talk about. To get something off my chest right now, and look, I think everybody is kind of all eyes are on Los Angeles right now with the news and everything on. I was at the grocery store yesterday. No fucking dairy in the cabinets. I guess there was a cyber attack. I asked somebody at Whole Foods, like there was a cyber attack with the transport systems or something, and food is not getting to the stores and all this kind of stuff. And then I asked somebody in the store, I was like, hey, what's going on? At this point, I had no idea what was happening. And then I kind of was like saddened to hear they're like, well, some people are not coming to work because of the raids. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. They're like, the shelves are not getting stocked, this and the other. And I'm like, oh God. But everything's fine in Los Angeles. It's not fucking riot.
I saw a map where it's like, bullshit. This is LA and this is where the protest is. Yeah. And also, this is exactly what everyone wants. Chaos, right? So just don't like lean into the chaos.
Don't believe what you see in the fucking media because listen, if they don't want to see peaceful protests, they don't want to see that shit. They don't, because it's boring. If they see peaceful shit, people are going to watch it. They want to see cars on fire. Now, I mean, there was a few of those Waymo cars put on fire and stuff. And there's always always going to be a few bad actors. There's nothing you can fucking do about that. But it is annoying, and I wish like the media would just kind of do better on it because it's just everything's fine in LA. Like it's not burning down.
Everything's fine. Even when I went to a Stonewall protest, like a gay protest, like years ago in New York, there was a bunch of straight people like causing problems in the corners. I was like, why are you like? There's always
and they just focus on that. It's just so annoying. Anyway, we'll get through it. Newsom's here for us.
Yes, he is. Daddy Newsom.
Daddy Newsom is here for us. Anyway, what did you discover this week? You briefly said to me something about like waking up in the morning. Like, what is this?
Yes. Okay. So I posted this trend. I think it was like right around January 2020 when Trump was leaving office. I posted that clip of Gia saying, "Waking up in the morning," and she's like crying about her family not talking. So 2 months later, I posted it. Nothing happened. 2 months later, all of a sudden, Will Smith duetted it, and it like blew up. And I think the video had like 13 million views, and it was everywhere. Yeah, and then she had a clothing line about it. It was like at the New Jersey reunion. It was everywhere, and Gia failed to give me any credit. I mean, everyone else did, from Us Weekly to BuzzFeed, but she refused to give me credit, which I thought was really odd.
I have got. So what are you singing in the TikTok?
No, it's just the clip. I just posted it, and it's just her singing. And everyone was going crazy. Who is this? What is this? Like, all the Gen Z
because it was so long ago, nobody remembers it.
It was such a long time ago. But I remember watching it live, so I'm like, oh my God, I feel old. So, yeah.
That is so funny. Moving on from that, I mean, I guess it's a good segue. Moving on to Next Gen New York City, where they did... Yes. Where Charlie brought up that clip. Was it Charlie? No, the other guy. The model, Dylan, the OnlyFans guy. And so it's funny that you brought that up because they just played it on the show. I just finished watching it. How do you find Next Gen New York City so far? I'm liking it.
I like it too. I thought it was going to be insufferable, honestly. I was like, I'm not watching it. I can't watch Gen Z people. And I thought the like Bravo people were going to be like kind of carrying the show, but I think it's the opposite. The New York people are carrying the show, in my opinion. Yeah. They're the real drama, like Charlie, Georgia. I think, honestly, native New Yorkers are so interesting to watch, especially when they grew up in New York. They're such a different kind of creature. Yeah. And I love Ariana. I think she's wonderful. What a star.
She's great. I mean, she's good and she holds her own. I think like all of them, I think they're all a good cast. I think they're doing a better job than the fucking original New York City, not the original, but the reboot. I'm liking it so far. I like that the two girls are getting together from Atlanta, and Candy's like, look, it's all old story. We don't talk anymore, but you guys should talk. And so I think they'll be a good pair. Like Georgia with like the washing the hands thing is just like, it's just like literally makes my fucking skin crawl. But I mean, they're all talking about it now. And then she's like, what's the big deal? I'm like, girl, like people wash their hands This is unusual.
It's a little unusual that she keeps doubling down on it. But it kind of remember when Adrienne Bailon said that a couple years ago? She's like, when I go to the bathroom at home, I don't wash my hands. I only wash it when I'm out. And people were outraged. I think what they mean is like, when I go number one, I'm not washing my hands. I don't think they're going number two, not washing their hands. Like, I mean, as guys,
she's not touching her puss. You know what I mean?
She's not touching her puss. I've not washed my hands sometimes. Not going.
We're all guilty of that. Yeah,
but I also feel like it's the weird doubling down on it, right? Putting it on your Instagram with the Purell. I thought that was weird. I'm like, girl.
Oh, she did.
Gross. She did. She's like, I have a brand of Purell. I just thought that was kind of.
She should. I mean, she should get a brand deal with them.
Right. Get a brand deal.
I love that Charlie just keeps like poking at Brooks about the sister. He's going to get himself in trouble. Like, it's fucking like Brooks is just like, please stop. Like, just please stop. And then.
But I get that though. Don't you think, Stu? Because Charlie is like the real life Chuck Bass. He's just trying to kind of poke. He's like very New Yorker. It's very native New Yorker. I know so many people like that just try to get you to react. And Brooks is falling for it. So
is the guy Dylan Gay the OnlyFans guy or no?
I don't think so. I'm not getting a gay vibe, but I'm not getting. But I know Charlie said like, "Oh, he's not doing gay sex or he's not." But I don't like. I think that was just a joke. I don't think he's gay. I'm sure a lot of his subscribers are gay, but I don't think he is.
Yeah. I thought it was so funny. There was a clip when they were all going to Brooklyn to meet them all at the drinks and dinner or whatever it is. And like Brooks walks in. The one thing I noticed, and maybe this is really weird, but I noticed the way he walked in. He walks like Meredith. Go back and watch it. It's really funny. It's only like a split second, but if you go back, like he kind of the way he saunters in, it's very like her. I just thought it was so funny.
I love that. Okay, I have to rewatch that. That's funny.
And then we had Teresa, and then we had Meredith, kind of a dinner at the Carriage House. Actually, I know the owner of that place, which is actually kind of funny that they went there. But I mean, was there drama at the very end? Because didn't Ariana have a stuff with Charlie? I didn't watch the last like 5 minutes.
They were like really mean to her for no reason. Like they were laughing at her. I think that like Charlie, Dylan, Georgia, they know how to do reality TV. They're like, we need to get into it with these like Bravo kids. Yeah. And there was something off camera, which I guess they said like, we don't want the Bravo kids. Like it's a New York show. Yeah. In my opinion, honestly, between us two, I think the show should have just been New York kids. No Bravo kids.
That's makes my sense. Opinion. Like, unless legitimately they're moving there and they live there and they want to like grow their life there and stuff, or maybe they've been there for 2 years and they're like, yes, I'd love to be on the show, but it looks like they kind of moved there for the show to make it, right? Totally. So like
you went to NYU, like that doesn't count as a New Yorker.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, Teresa's kid, like Jersey, New York. I mean, I could see like that.
Too far.
It's too far. I mean,
it's like me saying I live in LA and I live in Orange County. Like I don't live in LA.
That's where you do live.
You can't say that. You can't say you're a New Yorker and live in Jersey. That's just my opinion.
What does Heather Dubrow does it? Doesn't she live in LA and she does in Orange County? But she originated in Orange County.
She originated, but they talk shit with her on the. Did you see the trailer for OC? They brought that up again. They're like, don't you live in Beverly Hills?
Oh, really? Just keep like going at her.
Yeah, they just keep poking her with that.
Speaking of, I mean, I didn't even think about that on my notes here, but yeah, the Orange County trailer came out. I don't know. Does it look good? I mean, look, I love the kind of the lie detector test towards the end. Like, I'm dying to know how that comes about.
I like that a lot. Well, I have some tea for you. Do you want some tea about that?
Yes.
Okay, so a couple months ago, you know, we know Katie, right?
Yes,
Katie
yes.
So she called me and said that Alex Baskin told her not to be seen with me. So this is going to be her storyline, that she's feeding podcasters and bloggers. And so, so she was told not to be seen. Alex Baskin showed a picture of me to her, said you cannot be seen with him. Yeah. So they're really coming for her. So she's going to have a tough season.
So what? She's going to think that she's spreading rumors to like bloggers and shit like that?
Exactly. She's paying us off. I'm like, What? First of all, I met this woman twice. Like, we're not besties. I went to dinner with her twice.
It's like, yeah.
And now he thinks, but like, he showed a picture of me. I was like, wow, I'm really like on their radar. But anyway.
That's aggressive.
The drama,
I mean, like,
the drama.
I mean, I think it's a compliment, you know, because like, I mean, you're not sharing anything. Like, I mean, I chat with her on DMs a bunch and stuff like that. Like, I don't ask her about the show. I don't ask like, hey, what's going on this season? And I wouldn't put her in that position. You know what I mean? We talk about Ireland because she goes to Ireland all the time. So it's like.
Right. Well, she told me a lot of shit, but I didn't repeat it. Like, no. I could just say,
and you're better off not. Like, it ruins it for everybody. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'll say it ruins it for everybody. And I'm not getting paid. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
Why would I share? If I was a full-time housewife, yeah, I would share it. But I'm not getting paid for that. So anyways.
I know. And I think, like, I mean, I think the drama as well. I think there's drama with. Actually, I'm not going to say it because it's just like with Gina and Emily. Like, I think they don't like me now or Zach because like I think they're mad that we talked about the Orange County Housewives. And I remember like they were coming for like Katie last season, like pretty hard. And I kind of didn't like it. I just was like, look, she just came on the show. I think she is telling the truth. Why do you keep going after her? So I don't think. So I think me and Zach Peter were talking about it or something like that, and now I think they're pissed off with us because it's like, well, stop doing shit on the show that we can talk about. Like, we're not talking behind your back. Like, we're talking about what we see on TV. You know, it's like
we're seeing it. Like Gina said that yeah. It's crazy. They're a little. I mean, you're on a show. You're talking about your life,
and I love Gina and Emily. Like, I have no problem with them at all. They're always super sweet whenever I met with them or chat with them. So it's just like, I don't know. I think I think it gets like when people get triggered or something like that, or if you get mad about it, it's like, you know, you didn't do the right thing on the show, and you're like, fuck, I wish I could go back and fix it, but you can't. But we're all going to talk about it anyway. That's kind of what we do.
Listen, Stu, we got to talk about it. And Gina said that I endangered her children.
The whole point of watching the show.
That's the whole point of watching the show. But I guess she said allegedly, that I endangered her family because I talked about the whole thing with Travis pushing her down the stairs. But I didn't talk about it. One of the guests on our podcast repeated what was said at the reunion. I didn't. It's not like I brought that information
That's
forward.
all out there. Yeah.
It's all out there. I don't like talking about people's families. A guest did. So I can't control what a guest does. So I think some of these Bravo people are acting like they're celebrities. And I'm like, you're a reality person. Like, you're not a celebrity. Like,
and you're showing us your life, and then we talk about it. So you can't be mad if we talk about it because you're showing it to us, or like it's just like, it's kind of silly. Rachel Zoe is going to join Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. I think this is a really good addition. I used to love that show. I loved Rachel Zoe, watching her. I think she's funny. She's great jokes. She can be kind of a bitch if she wants to be, kind of in her business, and she'll know exactly how this works. She's going to go in there. I don't know if she's the kind of person to go in and stir it up, but I think she'll get involved. She'll kind of poke her way into kind of different conversations and situations. But I think it's a really good addition. Do you think there's any more people joining?
I heard a rumor that, what's her name? Oh my God. Why did I just blank on her name? Oh my God. Sarah Michelle Gellar was going to be a friend of. I heard that rumor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, I feel like that would be
such a... But I don't know if that's going to happen. So.
Debbie Matenopoulos was in the mix. I guess she's not going to be doing it anymore. Okay. But
that would be a good friend of. But I know Teddy is going to be a friend of, right?
Yeah, people are pissed about that, aren't they? I mean, I don't care. Like, here's the thing. When she was actually a housewife, I actually liked her. I liked that I liked that she held them accountable for like being late and all that kind of stuff. Like, because that drives me fucking crazy. So I was totally on board with her with that. So, and I think like she wasn't strong enough as a housewife when she was on it at the time. I think she tried. I don't think she like loved the confrontation too much. But now, since she has the podcast and all that kind of stuff, like, she's so outspoken now, and I feel like she could be really good now. I really do.
Be good. And she doesn't need to be full time. And she's been through all the health scares. And I actually ran into Edwin in LA a couple of days ago, and we were talking on the DMs. And I like the way they co-parent. He was on a date with a blonde woman. They've moved on. Like, maybe there's some dynamics that she can discuss, like with her ex-husband and her kids and her health scare. Right? There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So I think it'll be good. I was gonna say, this is my theory, that Rachel Zoe is gonna get into it with Dorit, because I think Dorit's all about labels, and that's not Rachel Zoe.
I mean, they're all going to be terrified how they dress around her. Like, they really are. Andy Cohen's reaction, like, I guess in his series show, he called it like a perfect fit. and said Rachel is in a real transitional moment. Now, I didn't know this part. I'm just reading it. Divorce, dating, motherhood, business. She's divorced? She's divorced that guy?
Yeah.
Or she's going through divorce?
Real. I mean, for years now. I think it's like 5 years ago they got divorced. It was very quiet.
Didn't he always just give like gay vibes when you were watching Rachel Zoe back in the day?
He
like,
totally.
He just was so into it. Like, it was just crazy.
He gives such gay vibes, but he's with another woman right now. So he's.
Oh, he is? Okay, well, then he's not.
Gay vibes.
The split after 33 years together. I love that. I'm just reading my notes right now. They'll likely showcase her navigating the post-marriage. I loved, and also just like a shout out to Amy Phillips, because Amy Phillips was in one of the episodes of Rachel Zoe. Remember, she was doing they were doing like a social video for YouTube and stuff like that, which is really funny. It's kind of like, that's where I really kind of discovered Amy, when she was doing all those Rachel Zoe videos. And when we wrote the cookbook, like I was like, oh my God, she's the perfect person to do it, which was cool.
That's funny. Did you see what she said, Amy? Yeah. Did you see what she said? She was like, I got to dust off my Rachel Zoe.
Yes.
That was funny.
That was the video that I discovered her, because I loved Rachel Zoe and I used to watch it all the time. And then there was this girl going into fucking like Pavilions or Vons, like doing impersonations of her, like with bananas and like all this kind of stuff. It's actually amazing, because like Amy's going to do like so much more impersonations of her when she comes on the air, which will be brilliant. Totally. I die and bananas. Like, it's great.
Bananas, I die. Wait, Stu, do you think, like, I was talking to my friend about this, because, you know, Brad Goreski does all the impersonations. Yeah. Do you think he's going to skip Rachel Zoe, or is he going to do her too? Because they're not on the best terms.
I don't think that. I mean, it would be kind of a cool storyline if Bravo, like, if they were able to talk to her. And I always think this as well, like, if they could like do a one-on-one meeting like for lunch and see like, but then Brad's not gonna be on the show because it's Housewives and this, that, and the other, but like it could be a cool moment to kind of like forgive and forget and like let's move on and this, that, and the other. And you never know, it could like lead to like, you know, a spin-off where she goes back on the air again and does her thing. I'd love does she do the shows anymore like she used to and like run around Paris and all that kind of shit? Like, I don't know if she does she?
I don't think so. I don't think as much, but I'm sure they'll ask her to do a little bit of that. Like, let us into the fashion world and show us some of that. Like, I'm sure they will. I'm sure she will.
So, well, I'm excited.
Me too.
The Valley. I watched that this morning too on the treadmill. All right, so
heavy.
It's all about fucking Janet. It is getting heavy, thank God. It seems to me off the top like that Janet just has this problem. I think she hasn't processed her feelings with her ex-boyfriend about his addiction or whatever, because she's fucking all over Danny's balls about this, and she just will not stop. She's just like, I just would never get along with a girl like that. With Janet, she would just fucking piss me off so bad. She just would, you know what I mean? Jasmine was right. Like, she is a bit of a Karen. Like, she is.
She's projecting. She's definitely projecting.
Yeah, I will get to that. But, I like Zach getting the Scrotox, like at the Botox clinic, and like, which is weird because like I would have thought Scrotox, you know, Botox for your balls, like would just rejuvenate them and make them look like nice and stuff, but it actually makes them hang lower, and apparently that's more aesthetically pleasing. No, like that. No, keep your fucking balls up. Like I don't like. Yeah. No. And it's meant to like I don't even want to talk about this. It's just
that's so just weird. So I thought it gets rid of the wrinkles. That's all I thought. I thought it gets rid of your ball wrinkles, like, you know, the bottom of the ball.
Yeah, but then your balls are sometimes smooth and then they're droopy and then there's like what? Okay, like it's just
that's just crazy. But again, this is the thing with Zach. He's insufferable. I was talking to someone. He hits every gay like stereotype, like of like what a straight woman thinks of a gay guy, and that's why it bothers me. I'm like, everything he says is, I mean, even the Scrotox, I'm like, you're so, I don't know. He just bothers me. Yeah, I'm sure he's lovely, but he bothers me.
So then Jasmine, she asked Janet and Jason to meet at El Compadre. It's around the corner from my apartment. To talk about what happened at the beach. Jasmine said she never told Kristen the rumor and that she was not the only one who brought it up on camera. She apologized to Janet for having Karen energy, and Janet looked up what Karen meant, and she was like, well, I kind of can be a Karen sometimes. And so now Janet goes to Kristen, because then, like, you know, Janet's kind of like, well, maybe like Jasmine's not smart enough to like come up with this whole like thing. And so then goes to Kristen about it. Like, what do you like? Janet just fucking stirs shit. Like, she keeps going.
She does.
What do you think?
She can't
Like,
help herself.
she can't help herself.
This is the problem, Stu, when you hire a fan, right? When you hire a fan of the show, like kind of like Jackie Goldschneider on Jersey. When you hire a fan, it makes them like I don't know. They're just like happy to be there, and they want like. I'm just like you're not. I don't know. You're not doing it right. I don't know. Something about Janet. I'm just like the way you're operating is just. It's like you're so offended, you're so hurt, and then you're the problem though. Like the
reactions are so big, and for the problems that she's causing, like the victim in her own situations. Yeah,
exactly. And you're leaving the party early, but you're the one that started it.
Yeah. Brittany then meets up with her lawyer to file for divorce. I love that Brittany's just like, I just thought it was just like, I thought like I could just, Jack's watching me on cameras would be okay. It's like, no, that's not okay. Like, that's not okay. Like when he just covered them up again and like he go like whatever. And then like, I love the way like Giorgio Takanakis, like on his reels, he's always like, he's like fake rehab for Jax. I'm like, wait, is he not he's just in his bedroom, like doing these FaceTimes or these videos.
Those are crazy. I just fast forward those. I'm like, what are these? They're so disingenuous, but like that's the thing with Jax. Like
they put the graphics on it like to make it look like it's like live recording from the rehab. Like it's like, no, look, stop trying to fool us.
Yeah, we're not stupid. Like, stop trying to fool us. I think Brittany, to me, she's confusing because I'm like, you have that rented house. Why are you back in the normal house if you know he's going to record you?
When she was talking about the numbers, the amount of money she spent on this fucking house, and like now it's like, and then he owed like 1 point whatever million in back taxes. Then she took out another $100,000, and now the mortgage has gone from $8,000 to like $16,000. I'm like, bitch, get rid of that fucking house. Like, just get rid of it. Like, it's a money pit. And I don't even think she can get her money back because they put so much into it. And like, sometimes I feel like she embellishes shit as well, though, about Jax. And I wonder, is it all that bad? Or do we just see kind of the bad bits? I don't know. I just want to be like...
I think he's pretty bad, but I think she definitely, right? But the thing is, she keeps saying, I love him, I'm going to go back to him. I'm like, girl, you keep putting yourself in that sad situation.
Sometimes it's hard, though, like when you love someone and it's like you just want them to be the person that you want them to be. And it's like sometimes you just keep going through and you're like, fuck. It's just never going to change. They're just always going to be the same person. And then like, I feel like she's kind of got to that place.
Yeah. Well, she's dating someone else now. So like, I think she's finally getting there.
Did she actually file for the divorce though? Because I know this was shot months ago.
That looked fake. Didn't that look fake to you? That whole meeting?
Yeah. It was a bit. Yeah.
Like, I was like, huh?
It kind of did. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't actually think about it for a second. Now that you say that, I'm like, it seemed but it kind of set up. It's just this. It's probably someone that like works at like Ralph's and they're like just put her in a suit and she comes in and it's just like, here's the paperwork. It's
Here
like,
you go.
Oh my god.
Because the lawyer was a little like, oh no, that's bad. You shouldn't do that. That's bad.
Yeah.
Divorce him.
She was. She really was. It's actually so funny. So does that. I kind of did feel like for the first time since I've watched it this season, this is the first time I've ever felt bad for Michelle, like with like her, what she's going through with her mom. And then they brought Lala in for it. And Lala was just like, let's just get this out in the open. Like, can I ask you about it? And she was like, I mean, she obviously knew she was going there to talk about it. But I did feel sorry for her. And then they were having the party then for Brittany at Jax's. And then she was like, I kind of need support and stuff like that. And I'm not getting it. And I'm kind of going through the same thing. I don't know if she's going through the same thing. Like Jax is pretty fucking like full on. Like it's insane. Like with the addiction, the rehab, the fucking foreclosure, not foreclosure, but like the house and the mortgage and everything like that. I think like, but then the mom and she's going through that with the sick mom. Like different, but the same, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a different font. I mean, if she didn't have the sick mom, she's being a bit petty. Like I was like,
yeah,
you're making this about you. But I think when you have a sick parent and then you're like emotional, you're a little bit raw. Like I understood that. I just think for me personally with her, I'm like, you are also part of the problem. Like you're also really below the belt with Jesse. Like Jesse's awful. I think he's one of the most awful people on Bravo because he just really cuts you to the white meat. But I also feel like she's also not innocent either. Like,
yeah, no, she's not. I
really
mean,
mean too.
I don't know how the fucking two of them are gonna get through it, but yeah, we'll just kind of see. We'll see. Kristen calls Janet fake after they met up because then Janet just started going after Sheena after they made up and they thought everything was fine. And then Janet, yet again, goes to Sheena and starts talking shit about Kristen. And it's like, then you wonder, like, why, like, people think this about you, Janet. It's you can't shut the fuck up. She can't.
Yeah. And Sheena has loose lips. So why would you go to Sheena? You know, like, and this is the thing about the old people, like Sheena, Lala. Exactly. And the old people, they know how to play the game way better than these new people.
Yeah.
So they know, like, Kristen is playing chess, they're playing checkers.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Like, they know how to play the game. They've been on reality TV their whole lives, basically.
No, they do. Exactly. They're just catching up. Again, this is like such a fucking like triggering for me. And I hate, like, I really like Danny. Danny was like, I really like Danny in this. I think he's kind of cute as well. But
he is cute.
He's totally being gaslighted in the moment in the bar and stuff like that. Like, he was drinking. Yes. I mean, it's fine. They're all at a party. They're all going to drink. But like, the thing about it is, like, you know, the editing, like, they show him like drinking this beer. Like, you're not getting drunk on that. Then he has a cocktail and then he's taking a shot, which he just said to Nia, oh, I took a small bit of it to save the rest for you. And she's like, I don't want it, whatever. He wasn't belligerent. He wasn't wasted. And it's just like, it's, again, like, this fucking storyline that he has a problem with drinking drives me absolutely crazy. And it's bad on Bravo's side to keep, like, showcasing this. And then Janet to keep bringing. Why does she keep bringing it up? And then to call him, like, dark, spooky, like, he's, you know, dark Danny, take him out of here for a walk. Like, if I was Danny, I would have fucking went crazy. I would have got up there and just let loose on Janet because they just keep it going. And then Jason had the conversation with them and like, hey, I love you, man. Like, you're my best friend and this and the other. And so it's done. But Janet just keeps fucking poking. I thought you guys deaded it.
Like, you can't keep poking it. And the way he was looking, did you see how Jason was like side-eyeing him when he was drinking? I'm like, that seems really childish. And even if someone is a drunk, that's not the way to really, like, make it better.
I know, and it's just, and I kind of like, everybody's like, Nia, like, she's a good husband or wife and all that. And I'm like, Nia, she kind of pisses me off because it's like, you see Janet poking the bear. Yes, that's my husband. He's allowed to defend himself. It doesn't matter if he's had one or two drinks or whatever. Yet again, she's saying something and Nia's like, babe, like, stop. Like, you know, like, now you're making it like he is a problem.
Yeah.
Instead of defending him. Like, she should have went, shut the fuck up, Janet. Like, why are you saying that, like my boyfriend is, like, addicted to alcohol or whatever? Because remember at the table, like, the previous episode, she was like, oh yeah, do you know when someone has, like, an addiction, like, to drugs and alcohol? And she's like, wait, hold up. Whoa. Like, you know, Janet, like, throwing that out there. It's too fucking far. It's just like, he has a job and, like, oh, I don't know. It drove me crazy. And just let him,
you're all drinking though. Like, it would be one thing if he was the only one drinking. You guys are all wasted. You're all drinking. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't get that.
The show's like a bunch of drunks. It's like crazy.
I don't get that. I really don't get that.
That was it. It wasn't a bad episode. It's getting good. I enjoy it. So I'm glad I started watching it. Bryn Whitfield, she chose to exit Real Housewives of New York City. I feel like
there's no show to exit.
There's no show to fucking exit. So she probably was like, I'm just going to exit before I'm told I'm not coming back because the show is probably not coming back. I don't think that show is coming back. Or if it is, they're going to get rid of 3 or 4 women and just bring in fresh faces. But
Right. And they were getting rid of her. I mean, she lied at the reunion. I mean, she got caught in multiple lies.
She did, really?
She's kind of a liar. Yeah, she told me she would never do a podcast, and then she'd start a podcast. I mean, she's kind of a liar. Like, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, because she's like not a full goodbye for now. She wants to focus on real world projects, especially Hoppy, her dating app. So, like, there was a whole thing about, like, Hoppy is going to be successful, it's going to make her a ton of money. She's the co-founder and CMO. It hit a major download milestone last week. She's splitting time between New York City and London offices. I mean, stop. Like, that's a table at Soho House. It is. Like, that's like offices. Like, first of all, nobody has offices anymore because everybody works from home on the computers and stuff like that. If anything, she has a space at the Soho House in London and in New York City.
Oh my God.
The vision is to make dating fun, safe, and cool again. I mean, it's like, How many fucking dating apps is there? I'm on Hinge and it's just like a disaster. Everybody's like, hey, how are you? And then you message back and then they're like vanish.
What is that
None of them
about?
work.
I have like 50 matches and like 2 of them respond. I'm like, what was the reason of saying, how was your day? How are you? What are you looking for? Disappear. I just don't get it.
I think a lot of people just want to see like, are they wanted? Are they wanted? Or like, do I still got it? Like, do people find me interesting or do they find me attractive still? And just the like, hey, how are you? Is like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I don't need to respond. I got my validation. Like, totally. I don't know.
Totally. It's like gambling, right? It's like you're just trying to get as many matches as possible. It's weird. Yeah.
And I'm not sending fucking roses. I sent one rose.
It's expensive.
I sent one rose because they give you like a free rose.
One a week.
I sent one rose. It got me nothing. It got me nothing.
And they pick the hottest guys in the roses once a week that are never going to respond to me.
They give you like the standouts. Oh, so now like maybe, so when I get roses, maybe they put me in the standout category because people are not fucking sending me roses. In order for it to say hi to me, you have to send a rose to the standout people. People are not sending me roses.
Let's say we're both standouts and that's why we're not getting responses. How about that? I like that.
Because you have to pay to send a rose.
Yeah,
but a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll kind of scroll down through their thing and I'll see they're on Instagram and then I'll go to their Instagram page. And if I really want to chat with them, I'll just chat with them. I'm like, hey, I saw you on Hinge. It's better to chat to you here because you're probably on this more than you are on fucking Hinge.
Absolutely. So that's what I've been doing. But then some of the guys are like, how did you find me? I'm like, dude, you're on dating app Hinge. Like, you're so weird. Like,
how did you find me?
You're making me like a stalker. I found you like because I'm obsessed with you. Like, dude,
I found you because like I'd like to have a conversation, maybe possibly go out on a date. Like, don't you want that? Like, oh my God.
Okay, and then people are so weird. Do you get this with your Instagram where they're like, you have more photos than I do, but they're like, oh, is this a real account? Because you don't have a lot of photos, there's a lot of reaction videos, and you're talking about your podcast. I'm like, I can send you whatever.
That's even better. That's even better to see your face reacting and talking and moving. So it's like, do you know what I mean? You're getting a better sense of who I am.
Really odd.
Oh God. I just wanted to kind of bring this up, like just because I was actually interested about it. New Jersey Housewives. So it's on pause. Teresa wants new blood. No season filming 15 yet. No cast announcements either. Basically confirmed in May 2025. Andy Cohen said not for a while. So it could be 2026 before we see it. Yet again, I always say this. There was nothing fucking wrong with the last season. Everybody was amazing. Everybody was fighting. Everybody was great TV. The 2 new girls were awesome. Their family was awesome. There was a lot of stories there. The husbands were involved. Like, I don't understand, like, what else do you need to get? Was somebody about to be murdered that they found out? And so they were like, fuck it, we need to cut this shit. Like, it's like somebody was going to be taken out and they were just like, we got to cut this shit before someone actually dies.
They get whacked. Yeah.
It's weird. And then,
I think it's because they want to film separately, Stu. I think that people were like, we're not going to film together, right? Like, Teresa won't film with Melissa and Margaret won't film with so-and-so. Like, I think that's why they stopped.
They just need to get over it. They just do. And just like
they're going to be at BravoCon. They're all going to be at BravoCon. I mean, I talked to Margaret about this and she said, I'll do the show with anyone.
Margaret's great and Dolores is the same way. She'll shoot with anybody, you know?
She'll do with anything. And then Teresa's like, I don't care about the show. And then you're on Miami, on the phone with Alexia. You're on Next Gen. You obviously want to be back on TV. Yeah. So why are you saying I don't need the show? You need
she will be. Like, Teresa will be fine. She'll be back on TV. Like, she's, you know, she'll do it all. And she's funny and she's entertaining to watch. Just got a bit dark.
She waved at that cast member. Remember? She's like, hi, you're from my show.
Like, oh my God, he's my cameraman. She's like, he's like, what? We're not meant to do this. So we'll see. There probably will be a refresh and so forth, but I'm disappointed. I just want them all, the same people, to get back. And then I guess Dolores is going to be in Rhode Island now. I need to like talk to Paulie about that. I need to ask him like, what the fuck is going on?
What's happening? Are you getting a rental?
I know. Like exactly. How far is Rhode Island from New Jersey? How far is that away, Rhode Island to New Jersey?
It's not that close. I mean, I think they're saying it's a similar culture. Yeah, it's not that close.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to happen is Dolores is going to come in, introduce the new girls, be like, I'm like your reality TV godmother, and then leave. That's what I think it is.
She'll pop in and out probably. Yeah, I'd say so. All right. To wrap up this convo, last topic. So Blake Lively, there's not really much going on. I mean, there was a big development this week. So there were 7 defamatory claims. 3 of them got dismissed. So there's 4 that the judge is allowing Brian Friedman or Baldoni's team to refile and be more specific. And apparently the judge gave them like not clues, but I gave them like information on how to refile it properly. I guess it probably was so broad or something like that. I don't know. But they're going back in to file those 4 things. Like, and she like it's a false victory lap for her. She thinks she's like, oh, Wayne clear, and then she's like hawking like a new fucking vodka soda or something like that in a can I saw yesterday. She's like, oh my God, I was developing this. I was like, wait, weren't you distraught? Like, weren't you just like so like distraught by all this? But yet you're making cocktails in your kitchen, like to bring out a new like just stop. I can't even with her. So it ain't over. Brian Friedman is just getting fucking started. He can't wait to depose her. He can't wait to question her. He was on TMZ talking the other day, and he was saying that he really hopes that Blake doesn't drop the lawsuit. I don't think she will, though. Because then she's kind of like admitting like she's fucking wrong. Because she can't prove any of the evidence. They have the text messages. They have the video footage. They have all this stuff. He's going to annihilate her on the stand. I'd be terrified if I was her. Because he scares the shit out of me, Brian.
Me too. Me too. He doesn't care. Like, he will go in there. And I think the thing with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is that, like, I've worked with A-list celebrities. They think they can get away with murder. And they feel like they've gotten away with it. And even now they're subpoenaing Scooter Braun. I'm like, why are you guys so litigious?
And it's actually like, they're not getting Scooter Braun himself. It's like, they just threw that out as a kind of like a Taylor Swift thing to get like a clickbait. It's actually, they're not actually getting him, which is so dumb because I think he's part of a company that's part of a small, like, what the fuck? Oh, I can't remember, but it's like,
it was that PR firm. Remember he owns
it's like the Justin Baldoni. He's like, he has a, like,
Leslie Sloan.
They have a small percentage, like a tiny percentage, and Scooter Braun is part of it, but he's not getting deposed or anything like that. Brian Friedman says Blake Lively will be deposed under oath this month, and Justin Baldoni will be moving forward with their lawsuit against Blake and Ryan Reynolds. He hoped that he hopes that he doesn't drop the lawsuit because it was a false victory. Deposition is set for June, so we're going to see it this month. 4 claims can be refiled, and then, like, did you see Paddy Stanger was getting involved in Zach Peters' like videos? He's like, everybody said he was like a creep on set and this and the other. And Zach is like, hey, Paddy, can you show me the fucking evidence that you have? Like, I love that he just called her out.
I love
like,
that.
sit down, Paddy. Like, you know what I mean? She's like,
just want to be relevant anyway.
Go, Blake. It's like, no, she's just saying shit to be relevant. Like, it's just like, just stop. And if you're going to challenge anybody, don't challenge Jack Peter on it. Like, he knows every single thing about this fucking case. I feel like he's working with Brian Friedman. He just knows so much about it. It's crazy.
That's how it feels. Him and Dana, like, they like know everything.
Like, exactly. I just kind of like kind of tip the kind of the summary notes of kind of what's going on each week. And like, I don't really get too in depth with it. Speaking of Zach Peter, I will be going on tour. I'm not going on tour with them. Like, I'm going to 2 dates and just to relax, Stuart. And like the July 26th, I'll go be in, I think, like New York, Brooklyn, and then the 27th in Chicago, which is, and I'll probably, you should probably just come to the LA one, just so we can all hang out and stuff like that. But yeah, get your tickets at nofilterlive.com.
Oh, love that. Yeah, I was DMing with him. He was like, come to the LA one. So maybe I'll be at the LA one.
We'll all be at the LA one. Yeah, for sure. Amir, tell everybody where they can find you before we head off today.
Yes. So the Vault podcast page on Instagram and TikTok, The Vault with Monica and Amir, and then Amir Yass Official. We have a lot of great guests that we're going to have Mary from Selling Sunset, and then we have a Margaret Joseph's episode, and we have Jodie Sween. So there's some fun episodes that you guys can check out.
God, I need to get on my guests. I need to get some good guests on. Do you know what I'd love to get on? I'd love to get Danny on from Valley.
Danny from Valley. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can try to, let me see.
Daniel. Yeah, I think he would probably come on. Don't you have to ask like NBC? Don't you have to ask Peacock and NBC to have them on and stuff like that? Yeah.
You're less rogue than me. You should be able to get him. But I'm a little bit more rogue. They're like worried about, Bravo gets nervous when it comes to me. But I'm sure with you, you'll be fine.
I'm so like just just normal. Like, yeah, it's not gotcha podcast over here. Jesus.
Not at all.
Well, all right. Thanks so much for listening, everybody, on this Thursday. And I'll see you all back here next week. I have some good guests next week. I might have Megan Weaver on. Okay, bye.